more insight on the investigation, we are joined by former homicide detective and Fox News contributor Rod Wheeler. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Sure, it's good to be here, Shannon.
I want to start with a little bit of information that Peter had there. It is relatively new to us that there were 2 adult survivors. We don't know how badly they were injured, what they did or didn't see, but how critical could they be in sort of piecing together these events?
Well, they're going to be very critical, and I guarantee you that they are and have been very critical in this investigation, because think about it, these are adults. So either it's a good possibility that maybe they even recognize who this guy was, but they can at least provide the police with some absolute information. So I think they're going to be very critical throughout this entire investigation.
Police have shared very little, what they could with us so far, but you're very experienced. Is there anything that you've heard so far, any clues, things that catch your attention as a former detective?
Yes, actually there's been a number of clues that I've picked up on, especially on Friday, Shannon, and there was one particular clue that I picked up on, actually was brought to my attention by Neil Cavuto. He asked me a question about something, and real quickly what he said, you know, the suspect, he had his brother's driver's license on him. Remember, that was even announced. But if you recall, the police thought they were looking for 2 suspects, remember? Because they had this one guy. Now, his brother's name is Ryan. That's who they thought they had, but at the same time, they thought they were looking for another person, Adam. But actually, this was Adam, the dead guy. So apparently, someone at that school must have recognized this person as being Adam, the person who was doing the shooting. In addition to that, if you know, the security system had recently been upgraded at the school. I don't think it's a consequence, Shannon, that happened. I think this guy had previously made a threat of some type to someone at that school, and that's why he did it. The other question for the day is, when was the mother actually killed? Now, we know her body was found on Friday morning, but when was she killed? And I can tell you later on, because it's going to take some time, but that's significant in this investigation if she was killed a day or 2 prior to the shooting on Friday.
And people have had so many questions about there's just no good answer for why so many innocent children and innocent adults either. But you're saying you think he may have had some kind of connection with this particular school. That's
right. He had to have a connection with this school. Why? Because shooters such as this, they select their targets, believe it or not. These aren't just random events where somebody's going to wake up one morning and say, I'm going to go to a school and shoot 26 people. No, they particularly pick their targets for a reason. Whether it was a person, a lot of times it's related to a domestic situation, but they specifically choose their targets. Now, a lot of people have been asking, Shannon, why would he kill his mother? Real quickly, I think the mother, Shannon, was in the process of having him probated. Probated means that this guy has some kind of mental problems. He doesn't want to go to the hospital. He doesn't want to take his medication. So a family member has to be the one to initiate the process so the police can come out and get him. And I think he felt like his mother was betraying him. That's why he killed his mother. And I think that's why he went to the school to somewhat get even with the folks at the school.
Okay, how long will it take, do you think, before publicly we'll have some of these puzzle pieces to know if these theories are on the right track?
It could take at least a week, if not longer. I think the police already know most of the answers to all of these things I'm saying, but they have to be very cautious right now. You know, this is still a criminal investigation. Even though we have the suspect, he's dead, they still have to do their due diligence. So I think it's going to take at least a week, if not a little bit longer, before they come out and let us know everything that's been going on.
And possible, once they put together all of the pieces of this, that there are lessons that police can then share to help prevent other tragedies similar to this?
Absolutely. You know, unfortunately, we learn the hard way in this country. And obviously, we learned from Columbine. We learned from the Aurora, Colorado shooting. We're going to learn from this. That community, we as a nation, we will move on from this. And we will become stronger and hopefully prevent these horrific things from happening again.
Rod Wheeler, always good to see you. Thank you.
Good to see you too, Shannon.